Wallow. Are you alive?
Josh,
What?
you
Yes?
hear me?
Yes?
I'm laying on the floor.
Oh, okay.
I ate too many wieners.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It was going really well, and then it started not going well, but I kept eating them.
See, the thing with wieners is, if you throw them up, it'll still be the same substance as when you ate it.
Will it be like the exact same shape as well?
Probably not. It'll
Like,
probably
just-
be like...
Completely unchewed.
That'd be weird.
I was about to say Molotov wieners. I meant cocktail wieners. Jeez.
It'd be weird if you ate cocktail wieners and then threw up a regular hot dog.
Like, there's mold. Maybe that's how hot dogs are made, Josh. Everybody says it's like you'll never eat hot dogs again after you know how they're made. I think we found out.
I want this to have its own intro.
Yeah.
Basically. It'll
Right?
be like, hey everybody, I'm Johnny Saint, and then you'll be like, and I'm Meddling Monk, and then we'll both be like,
And this is pork talk. Oh, how was your test thing, by the way? Did it go well?
I honestly don't know. There was a couple questions that I was just literally like, I have absolutely no clue what the answer is, and it's not a multiple choice, so I'm just gonna type in some numbers and press OK.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I probably got that one wrong.
Maybe you got lucky and got it right.
Maybe. That's
happens.
probably a pretty slim chance of that. So yeah, when you go in to take the test, you have to sign in, sign this sheet that says like all this gobbledygook about rules. It's like a mile long. And then you have to sit down and they take your picture.
What?
Yeah. And you have to present your ID and stuff. And you print your name, sign your name, and then sign your name on one of those electronic sign-in pad things, which I hate. It's
What?
like, it's totally like, it reminded me of, in the movies when, like the cop goes to visit the serial killer guy that's in solitary confinement or something.
Yeah.
And they you have to like empty everything out of your pockets and like put it in a little locker.
I was gonna
And
say,
you,
it
like
sounds
you have to
a-
like sign away your whole everything of your life. I'm surprised they let me keep my shoestrings.
Okay. What? Yeah. Why did they take your picture though? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know, to make sure I'm me. I don't know.
What the heck?
To make sure I'm at the right station, because it like then when it pops up for the test at the computer they sign you into, your picture pops up.
At any point, did somebody come up to you and say something like "papers, please"? Something like that.
No, I wouldn't have had them anyways. Everything I had was in my locker. You have to turn off your phone. You have to put keys, change, wallet, anything you have in your pockets or with you. I had a bottle of water with me the first time I went, and they wouldn't let me take that in.
What the heck?
Which I kind of understand because I've heard of people like, printing custom labels and putting it.
What?
You've never heard of that for like cheating on a test? You print,
No.
you
What
print
kinda
the
crazy?
answer. They print
You
the
say
answers.
that like it's a normal thing.
I've
You
heard of
never heard
people.
of people printing their own bottle labels to cheat on a test? No, I have
Yeah,
not.
you like print the answers on the inside of the test. Here, take notes, high school students. You print the answers
No, don't take.
on,
We
on
don't
the
encourage cheating.
inside. No, we don't. Cheating is bad.
Jeepers.
But they would print the answers on the inside of the label and then relabel the bottle, and then you could look through the clear part of the bottle and see the answer.
Oh, that's pretty ingenious, though.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Huh.
It sounds really stressful.
It is
Like,
so
more so than just like a normal school
super stressful.
test. Is this like, so you're at like a computer?
Yeah, it's all on the computer.
The way you're describing it, it makes me sound like, it makes me think of, what is, like those dystopian future, like where there's, what's a movie that I can think of?
Equilibrium.
I've never seen that.
Oh, but they have like everybody has the same desk,
Yeah.
and it's like set up with the computer, and you only have the things you need to do your job.
It's a terrible example, but like Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Do you remember anything about that movie?
Some, yeah.
Where like they go to that clone planet and they have all the kids like lined up on the computers and they're all wearing like the same like helmet thing and learning stuff. Like that's what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
In one of the lockers near mine, there was like $20 worth of quarters
What?
in a huge pile. Like the lockers had like a windowed front,
Uh-huh.
so I could see, and I just happened to glance when I was going to get my stuff out. There was just like a pile of change, like when you go to the laundromat and all you have is a 20, and it just sits there dumping quarters
God.
out for like forever.
That is the worst. And they were just like loosely piled in this.
Yeah,
Not
it
even
was
like in a
just-
bag.
No.
That is peculiar.
It was just like a big old pile of change. I mean, maybe he was going to the laundromat after he finished or something, but who knows?
Were there any other mysterious packages? Maybe he was a drug dealer.
Yeah. Sells quarter shots of heroin.
Yeah. Yeah, like the good old days.
Like,
You go to the candy store, you get like bubblegum for a nickel, heroin for a quarter. You know, like the good old days.
Jimmy asked for enough money to get 5 sticks of gum. But what his mother doesn't really know is that he's addicted to heroin.
Should we do like I don't even know what to call them, but like on the radio where they have like you're listening to WXQJ, the dirt, that kind of thing. Should we have that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, well go ahead. go,
You go right ahead.
You
That
go
was
ahead.
Perfect. That was beautiful.
I don't even know what it would be called.
Now, welcome back to Pork Talk with Johnny St. Meddling Monk. Oh, yeah. It's not even called Pork Talk. I just.
That's not even the name. People are gonna know what they're listening to.
Oh, man. That'll be our shock jock show name. Pork Talk.
What is a shock jock?
Like, what's his name? That one that's like super popular.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
No. Howard Stern.
What makes him a shock jock? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. He says stuff in like talks about stuff that shocks people.
Oh. Oh God.
He's offensive on purpose.
I don't think.
Whereas we're just accidentally offensive.
Yeah. This picture is horrible. It's worse than the first. I just put ears on it. It looks like a cat. It looks like a really fat cat sitting at a desk. It's
Last good milk cat.
terrible.
Just turn it into a Garfield cartoon.
I suppose I could.
Oh my god!
Josh, are you okay? What the heck was that? Josh! What's going on? Should I call 911? I've got my phone. I'm calling the authorities right now.
I like hiccuped and like burped or something, had mid hiccup, so it just like interrupted it, but then it kept going.
Yeah.
Man,
That was something else.
I think if my stomach would have been full, that might have been vomiting involuntarily all over the place.
Yeah, Weekend Wallow sounds like an NPR program. Like, let me do my best NPR impression. Hello and welcome back. We're this. Let me start over. They always have that like really soothing. I know you don't listen to like public radio, but I do quite a bit actually. So
I've heard enough to know what.
okay.
What you
Welcome back. This is the Weekend Wallow. Today we're talking to an actual pig. Hello? Pig? Pigs can't operate telephones, so we're going to go to our next caller. How's that?
Oh man.
Is that good?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay. We'll stick that in there somewhere.
So, commencing with another story here.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Nice little trail of conversation.
Yeah. Yep. Real smooth transition there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was the same night. I was sitting there studying, and the door was open, and there's a hallway where occasionally people will go through, whatever. There's various...
Wait a minute. People go through this hallway?
Yeah.
Alright.
Various...
Suspicious.
There's various functions of the building I was in, so...
Multi-purpose hallways? People can walk and saunter?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm glad that you have it fully understood.
I just want to get a good grasp on these hallways.
So anyways, there's a guy, must have stopped for a drink or something, because there's a drinking fountain right outside the door of the room I was in. And he was talking very loudly on his phone, and he was like, "You punched me in the face for no reason. You think I'm not going to be mad?" Or something like that.
What? Are you sure you didn't stop for a drink at a bar?
No, he was on his phone, he's yelling, he's like, "You punched me in the face without any reason at all." And I was like, okay, that's a little strange. And the teachers both looked up because they were like, what's going on out here, whatever. And then he walks away and didn't really think of anything of it really, other than it was kind of strange. But that night I was at work, and I was, just working, whatever, and a group of 3 guys walks past, and I hear one of them saying, "You told me to punch you in the face, so I punched you in the face. What are you so upset about?"
What the heck?
And I was like, I don't know if that's connected, but that's pretty funny if it is.
Was he on the phone with somebody? Like he couldn't see the
No,
person?
like he was just like discussing with these other people, I'm assuming, about the fact that somebody was mad at him for punching them in the face.
Huh.
And I was like, holy crap, this is probably the person that other guy was talking to on the phone.
You should have asked him. Probably would have punched you in the face for getting in his business. Or you should have asked him.
It would have been like, are you asking for a punch in the face? I'd be like, oh, that's what that means.
Jeepers. That is quite the coincidence, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously highly unlikely that it's connected, but...
Have you ever been punched in the face, Josh?
I don't think so.
You never been punched in the face? No.
I've been punched in the back of the head a couple times at concerts in the mosh pit.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, who punches somebody in the back of the head?
I've seen that. Like, it was a mosh pit, and then it kind of broke out into a bit of a fight, and one guy just hauled off and punched somebody in the back of the head, like, super hard.
What? I don't understand. I don't understand mosh pits, Josh.
I understand mosh pits. I don't understand it when people get into the mosh pit for the purpose of hurting people.
Isn't that the purpose of a mosh pit?
No, the purpose of the mosh pit is to have fun with each other.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Josh. You better check your dictionary again. Pretty sure a mosh pit is like basically a pit of death, where if you enter, you know, 2 men enter, 1 man leave. I'm pretty sure the point of it is to be like as violent and pushy and shovey and kicky as possible.
No.
I'm very certain.
At least not most of the ones I've gone to. The ones I've gone to, people are respectful of each other.
How do you be respectful of a mosh pit? You're there to push and shove people, Josh.
Yeah, but if somebody gets hurt or if somebody falls down, you help them up.
What?
If somebody gets hurt, you help them get out of the pit.
This is like a Celine Dion concert or something? This is the most polite mosh pit I've ever heard of.
No, seriously, that's my favorite band, the Flatfoot 56.
I think you're just describing a concert.
No.
You just went to a concert, Josh. There's no mosh pit involved. There's no mosh pit, Josh. You just went to a nice concert. I'm sorry. I elbowed you when I sat down. I do apologize.
No. I've been to a whole bunch of concerts for Flatfoot 56.
Yeah.
They always have crazy mosh pits.
Okay.
But if somebody falls down, or somebody gets hurt or something, or if, we're in a place with a low ceiling and somebody accidentally punches one of the lights out, and there's broken glass everywhere, that happened once. People, clear out of the way and are aware of stuff and make it so people don't get injured.
I feel like that's rare.
Probably.
Do they stop mid-song and be like, all right, help that guy up?
No, they don't have
Help him
to.
up.
People just help each other up.
That's strange.
I mean, I've had people that were trying to help me up, drag me a ways before, which was kind of unpleasant. But
drag you through broken glass. Don't worry, bro, I got you.
The worst I ever got injured at one of their concerts was the one time we went to see them at an outdoor venue, and the whole area in front of the stage was cement.
Oh.
A mosh pit on cement is a very bad idea.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There was a lot of blood that day.
What the heck? Yeah, see, I don't understand why you would want to go into a place like that.
Oh, mosh pits are fun, man, when people aren't being too bad. I went to the warehouse here, and for some, heavier metal shows, and there's some people in those that are just, out for blood, basically.
Ugh, jeepers. See, I get uncomfortable when I'm at a concert and there's like people near me. Like they're slightly intoxicated, sort of wobbling a bit. I'm like, oh boy, this guy's gonna fall on me. I'm gonna get a bruise.
Yeah.
I don't think I could handle a mosh pit. I'd probably die.
I was at one of their shows, one of the Flatfoot shows that was in a bar, and because they occasionally played in bars, and there wasn't a huge area for a pit, but we still had one, of course.
Of course. Gotta make way for the pit, guys. Get rid of that stage. Let's just get the pit in here.
That happened at the first one of their concerts I went to. The pit got up onto the stage, and they just like moved their instruments back,
What the
so
heck?
people could get up onto the stage and sing into the microphone while they were still playing. My friend's brother thought he broke his arm that night, but it was only sprained or something. Because he got pushed into the drum set.
What the? How does this even? How do they allow this to happen? I don't understand this.
It's all good fun. But anyways, I was at this other one that was at a bar, and this one guy was, drunk, and as will happen at bars,
Occasionally, yeah.
occasionally, yeah. I mean, I don't drink at all. I was just there for the show, but so he, for whatever reason, thought that I was specifically targeting him in the pit or something. Or I must have elbowed him harder than whatever, accidentally, something.
Yeah.
But he started targeting me, and, hitting into me a little harder. So I was like, okay, you wanna go, whatever. And so I started like going back at him, and then he like got really pissed and like ran over at me and threw a punch. And thankfully his aim was very off, and it hit like right on my chest, and then his arm slid under my arm, so I
Yeah.
pinned it down so he couldn't swing at me again,
Uh-huh.
And then one of his friends came and got him and apologized and stuff. But that was the closest I've ever been to being in a bar fight.
Jeepers. That's kind of scary. I've never
Yeah,
actually.
it was a little intense. I probably like if I wouldn't have been so like hyped up on the excitement
Drugs?
of the
Hyped
show.
up on drugs, yeah.
Yeah.
We all
Not
know what you do in
drugs.
the pit.
It wasn't one of those types of concerts.
Oh, okay.
But like in a normal situation, if that would have happened, I probably would have been terrified. Sign says you gotta have a membership card to get inside.
Man, do I ever not like that song?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I get into that song for some reason.
Man. Do you get into it like I get into the King of Queens theme song?
No, not
Man,
quite.
I really get into that. It's really good.
I don't think anybody gets into anything as much as you get into the King of Queens theme song.
It's really catchy, though.
You know what I always wanted was an A-Team MacGyver crossover.
Did they never do that?
I don't think so.
I feel like I'm gonna Google it right now. A-Team MacGyver.
I feel like A-Team was gone before MacGyver started. Because MacGyver was like early 90s.
What? It was not early 90s.
I think so.
I don't think there was ever a crossover. No, it was like mid 80s.
Well, mid 80s into the early 90s, I guess. I mean, that show went for like 9 seasons or something. So
It did, yeah. Man, what a time to be alive in the early 90s. When energy drinks went unregulated. Ah, yes. Fantastic. It was kerosene, Josh. It was kerosene and antifreeze for coloring. That's what Surge is. That's what it was.
what?
Yep, kerosene. And they added antifreeze for the color, and that was it. Plus some sugar. Boom. Surge.
Well, as long as they added sugar.
Yep. That's Surge Classic, and now they came out with this new Surge, which is like actual ingredients. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were we talking about last night with the? Oh yeah, the science. I said I was worried about the science test. You said the answers are in your heart, and I was like, more likely I'm gonna pull them out of my butt.
Oh.
And you're like, that's where they start, is in your heart.
Yeah. Answers to tough questions form in your heart, and they move their way through your lower intestine and out your butt. Bum, ba-da-da.
That's where the term "poop my heart out" comes from.
Yep. Well-known term. Just poop my heart out. I pooped my heart out on that test. Mom, you don't understand. I pooped my heart out.
Well, you did used to say "fart in my heart,"
I still say that
which is like,
every once in a while.
it's like a full cycle, because if the fart originated in that person's heart, then they're like,
The fart was in your heart the whole time, Josh.
and if you like fart in someone else's heart, is that like the true meaning of love?
I think that's how babies are made, actually. Oh my god.
Here we go. That's another science lesson for you.
Oh my god. We're
I
learning.
know. I know science. I just passed the science test today.
Oh man.
Everything I say is real.
Probably gonna have to cut that, Josh.
Why?
Oh, it's terrible.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god. Thanks for listening to us drone on about stuff that is mildly interesting. Tune in next time for more of that stuff.
Yeah, what he said.
Perfect.
Mm.